Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to read for you Animal Farm by George Orwell. This book was published in 1977, and basically I'm going to be reading for those persons who just may not want to literally read the book utilizing their eyes, but you just want an audio. And so I am going to present this here to you. We're going to be loading this one chapter at a time. Okay, so for those of you who would like to know when the other chapters are available, ensure that you click like and you subscribe so that when the other chapters are loaded, you will be notified. Let's get right into it. To that horror we all must come. Cows, pigs, hens, sheep, everyone. Even the horses and the dogs have no better fate. You, boxer, the very day that those great muscles of yours lose their power, Joneses will sell you to the knacker, who will cut your throat and boil you down for the fox hungs. As for the dogs, when they grow old and toothless, Jones ties a brick round their necks and drowns them in the nearest pond. It is not clear, comrades, that all the evils of this life of ours spring from the tyranny of human beings. Only get rid of man, and the produce of our labor would be our own. Almost overnight, we could become rich and free. What then must we do? Why work night and day, body and soul, for the overthrow of the human race? That is my message to you, comrades. Rebellion! I do not know when that rebellion will come. It might be in a week or in 100 years. But I know, as surely as I see this straw beneath my feet, that sooner or later justice will be done. Fix your eyes on that, comrades. Throughout the short remainder of your lives, and above all, pass on this message of mine to those who come after you, so that future generations shall carry on the struggle until it is victorious. And remember, comrades, your resolution must never falter. No argument must lead you astray. Never listen when they tell you that man and the animals have a common interest, that the prosperity of the ones is the prosperity of the others. Is it all lies? Man serves the interests of no creature except himself. And among us, animals, let there be perfect unity, perfect comradeship in the struggle. All men are enemies. All animals are comrades. At this moment, there was a tremendous uproar. Yay! While Major was speaking, 4 large rats had crept out of their holes and were sitting on their hind quarters, listening to him. The dogs had suddenly caught sight of them, and it was only by a swift dash for their holes that the rats saved their lives. Major raised his strutter for silence. Comrades, he said, here is a point that must be settled. The wild creatures, such as rats and rabbits, are their own friends or our enemies. Let us put it to the vote. I propose this question to the meeting. Are rats comrades? The vote was taken at once, and it was agreed by an overwhelmed majority that rats were comrades. There were only 4 dissentients: the 3 dogs and the cat, who was afterwards discovered to have voted on both sides. Major continued, I have little more to say. I merely repeat, remember always your duty of enmity towards man and all his ways. Whatever goes up upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. And remember also that in fighting against man, we must not come to resemble him. Even when you have conquered him, do not adopt his vices. No animal must ever live in a house, or sleep in a bed, or wear clothes, or drink alcohol, or smoke tobacco, or touch money, or engage in trade. All the habits of man are evil. And above all, no animal must ever tyrannize over his own kind. Weak or strong, clever or simple, we are all brothers. No animal must ever kill any other animal. All animals are equal. And now, comrades, I will tell you about my dream of last night. I cannot describe that dream to you. It was a dream of the earth as it will be when man has vanished. But it reminded me of something that I had long forgotten. Many years ago, when I was a little pig, my mother and the other sows used to sing an old song of which they knew only the tune and the first 3 words. I had known that tune in my infancy, but it had long since passed out of my mind. Last night, however, it came back to me in my dream. And what is more, the words of the song also came back. Words, I am certain, which were sung by the animals of long ago and have been lost to memories for generations. I will sing you that song now, comrades. I am old and my voice is hoarse, but when I have taught you the tune, you can sing it better for yourselves. It is called Beast of England. Old Major cleared his throat and began to sing. As he had said, his voice was hoarse, but he sang well enough, and it was a stirring tune, something between Clementine and La Curacha. The words ran, Beast of England, beast of Ireland, beast of every land and clime, hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time. Sooner or later the day is coming, tyrant man shall be overthrown, and the fruitful fields of England shall be trod by beasts alone. Rings shall vanish from our noses, and the harness from our back. Bit and spur shall rush forever, cruel whips no more shall crack. Riches more than mine can picture, wheat and barley, oats and hay, clover, beans, and mangel rosels shall be ours upon that day. Bright will shine the fields of England, pure shall its waters be, purer shall its waters be, sweeter yet shall blow its praises on the day that sets us free. For that day we all must labor, though we die before it break. Cows and horses, geese and turkeys, all must toil for freedom's sake. Beast of England, beast of Ireland, beast of every land and clime, hearken well and speak my tidings of the golden future time. The singing of this song threw the animals into wildest excitement. Almost before Major had reached the end, they had begun singing it for themselves. Even the stupidest of them had already picked up the tune and a few of the words, and as for the clever ones, such as the pigs and dogs, they had the entire song by heart within a few minutes. And then, after a few preliminary tries, the whole farm burst out into Beast of England in tremendous unison. The cows lowed it. The dogs winged it. The sheep bleated it. The horses whined it. The ducks quacked it. They were so delighted with the song that they sang it right through 5 times in succession, and might have continued singing it all night if they had not been interrupted. Unfortunately, the uproar awoke Mr. Jones, who sprang out of bed, making sure that there was a fox in the yard. He seized the gun, which always stood in a corner of his room, and let fly a charge of number 6 shots into the darkness. The pellets buried themselves in the wall of the barn, and the meeting broke up hurriedly. Everyone fled to his own sleeping place. The birds jumped up to their perches. The animals settled down in the straw, and the whole farm was asleep in a moment. Well, followers, I trust that you enjoyed chapter 1. Please ensure that you subscribe and you click like, so that when chapter 2 and chapters 3 and on to 10 is uploaded, you will be notified.